Have you heard of the sisterhood, manhood, or even just the hood? Well, add a new one to your list. And there's this type of hood that is sweeping the world, and it's called victimhood. I think Dr. Phil's going to cop a lot of flack from the left for saying this.
You want to sign where it's pink?
You should stop
Sign
with your
the
lies.
blue. And the blue. Pictures from spouse 1 and spouse 2. In the two places indicated, there's a pink flag for female, a blue flag for male.
Philip, didn't you learn that when you completed your degree in gender studies? This is classified as hate speech. Just a moment, I'm going to have to go to a safe space for a minute.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
It seems like that there is a culture of victimhood where we not only believe that we're being persecuted for something beyond our control, but victim has become the legitimate and life-defining identity. It's like I have to fit into your world because you're on welfare, you're fat, you're trans, or you're hard done by.
It's not my fault that I'm like this.
Now, I'm guessing something from the past where you were once a gambler or punished as a child, or you suffered from emotional abuse, continues to define you. Now, before you go trolling me with your victimhood story, I just want to point out that there are, of course, people who have real suffering, like the men and women who served our country, the people who are victims of crime, the law enforcers who do their best to protect us when we need, and those who suffer terribly with disabilities and illnesses. They, of course, need help, intervention, understanding, and support. But now there seems to be this mindset that has developed where too many are too willing to adopt the status of victimhood rather than seek solutions.
I grew up in a very abusive household. Hashtag me too.
How do you say that some people don't have privilege when you basically just said that trans people aren't valid? They're not a thing. They're just girls pretending to be boys or boys pretending to be girls.
You're not a man if you think you're a man.
I guess the idea of personal accountability is being lost as we embrace powerlessness and victimhood as genuine roles. Instead of self-control and resilience, more people opt for the poor me mentality and resort to an endless cycle of counselling, pity, and sometimes go for those new age coaches that have gained their qualifications over a weekend retreat.
As a life coach, I'm definitely looking forward to getting rich from the latest ebook I've written. It's called How to Get Rich by Writing Ebooks about how to get rich.
Now, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas said in a rare public appearance that he's exhausted with how everyone seems to consider themselves a victim these days. Take a look.
I just get worn down. I was with a young woman who happened to be black in Kansas recently, and she said something really interesting. She said, I'm really tired of having to play the role of being black. I just want to go to school. And I think at some point we're going to be fatigued with everybody being a victim. When I was a kid, there were tons of people who were in really bad circumstances. My grandfather would not let us wallow in that. And he always said, he would have this saying when you'd want to whine or something. He said, you know, you have to play the hand you're dealt. If you're dealt a bad hand, you still have to play it. His favorite quote was, old man Kent is dead. I helped bury him.
Now, I know the 8 people that have subscribed to my YouTube channel, thanks guys, are not suffering from woundology. This phrase was coined by Carolyn Miss. She says, woundology is a very expensive habit to keep a wound alive. Victimhood is also a form of scapegoatology, which means outside events and others are blamed for what wounded persons experience. We have the power to heal from our wounds. However, to do so means we must give up being right for being happy.
I had someone tell me one time, well, if I only knew why this happened to me. And I said, and what difference would that make? What if God sent an angel and the angel said, what do you want? I mean, you've been banging around down here. What do you want? I want to know why this happened and this happened and this happened. What if the angel said, because it did? Now what?
Well said, Carolyn. Hey, are you noticing that every reality TV show, before they get to sing, act, dance or cook, that we are subjected to their misery and their backstory? At first, it was kind of inspiring to hear a guy who stutters do incredible comedy on America's Got Talent.
I'm okay with my voice, but I still struggle with some things. Like I have the hardest time at a drive-through. You know, cause you got to say the order fast, and you're talking through an intercom. It's like, I don't know why I work there.
But 17 years down the track, it is scripted into the narrative. Everyone seems to be now practicing woundology. They believe that they're sharing their life story. They can't see what they're truly doing.
The saddest night of my life for sure was the night before I went to jail. I had to tell the kids.
Let's face it, we've all done this at one point or another, but I now at the ripe old age of 57 have realised that it was a trap. It's a trap for all victims to gather around and share their stories, and it's a competition to see who is the biggest victim. Hey, I just had an idea for a new show. Not the biggest loser, but the biggest victim.
I want to do things and I want to go and travel and I can't because I just can't shift it. My daughter probably might make it to 30.
I don't know how to do it. I'm stuck between laughing and crying.
Pain is also their ticket that gains entrance into a well-meaning support group where members receive, perhaps for the very first time, validation, understanding and acceptance. Some experts believe playing the victim is a form of addiction, and instead of being addicted to things, people are addicted to their pain and the attention it gets. A good case in point is the Logies, the Emmys, the Oscars, or anywhere that has an industry that is self-congratulatory. I mean, does the actor receiving the prize really know that their acceptance speech is one of the worst examples of playing the victim that we have ever heard or ever seen on screen? No one cares about your speech except a handful of your victim friends. Regular people don't whine like that, do they? I mean, do they? And it is our time now to come with me on this journey. Everyone's on a journey. Where men are men and women are women. And men are now women and women want to be men. So some of these people will compete for the worst victim in human history, and others will compete for the best victim in a mini-series. Others, of course, will compete to have their picture printed in the yearbook next to the words, most likely to be victimized in the future.
It's our time to have wage equality once and for all and equal rights for women in the United States of America.
What unites victims is not, of course, shared life experience or similar living conditions, but rather a victim mentality, a view of themselves as rather sad and pathetic individuals who will scream and scream and scream if they don't get what they want. They share a childlike view of themselves and of the world around them, believing that others should take care of them.
Call my parents! Call my parents! Please stop. Call my parents! Call my police! Call my parents! 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 Call my parents!
Will somebody please call her parents? Australia is a great country to live in, but there are some who see it as a racist country. And playing the victim, paradoxically, can place one in a position of power. And there seems to be very few people who are game to disagree with the victims, or even their supporters, or question their motives, or challenge them in a way for fear of being seen as an uncaring bully. Like this comment I received.
You are a vicious bully. Fuck off. Your business sucks. You run clickbait scams. You are a pariah of the internet. You suck and swallow.
It's clickbait. I'd love to hear your comments on this. I mean, do you find that some of your friends play the victim card to get your attention, sympathy, and time, and then you fall for their helplessness and become the saviour? Or are you a bit tired of the poor me status?
Why don't they give me a job so I can earn money for myself, so I don't have to live in poverty?
You're an idiot!
Now, if you haven't as yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, well, hurry up and get over there before I take your benefits away. I'm Gerald Pauschmann for The Point TV.